This activity is called Crazy Cones. For this game, you're going to want about half as many cones as you have participants. For example, if you have 40 kids playing a game, you're going to want about 20 cones. If you have a few more in there, that's fine, but you don't want to have too many less. If you don't have cones, that's okay too. Be creative. You can use anything that can stand up, but can also be easily knocked down. For example, empty 2-liter bottles are fine, or the little water bottles, those are fine as well. To start off, you're going to want to split your teams up. I like using boys versus girls. But, if your boys way outnumber the girls or vice versa, split them up however you feel appropriate. For the examples in this video, I'm going to use boys versus girls. You're going to take all of your equipment, all of your cones or bottles, whatever it is that you're using, have half of them standing up, spread out throughout the playing area, and half of them laying down throughout the playing area. I explained to the kids, okay, boys, this first round, what I need you to do is I need you to go out there and you're going to set all of these cones up. Girls, you're going to go out there and you're going to knock all the cones down. And then I tell them, here's what I don't want to see. I don't want to see you kicking the cones. I don't want to see you throwing the cones. You simply run your hand across the top just enough to knock it down and move on. If you're setting it up, you set it up, you move on. You can't stand there and guard it. Do we understand? To make sure they understand the rules. Okay, boys, what's your job? And they'd explain back to me. We're setting the cones up. Girls, what's your job? We're knocking the cones down. Great. Time to go. You say go, they go to it. It's going to look like chaos for a couple minutes, and that's fine. Let the round go for about a minute or so, maybe up to 2 minutes. I wouldn't let it go too far past that. Kids start getting bored of it. So you let it go for about a minute. You say stop, then you count up how many are set up, how many are knocked down. That determines who won that round. Then teams, they're going to go back to their own side. If you notice that you're having kids that are knocking down or setting up after the fact, you make a rule. When I say stop, hands go up in the air. That kind of alleviates them from knocking down or setting them up. Then you switch jobs for the second round. Okay, boys, you're knocking them down. Girls are setting them up. They go to town. They do the thing. Count them up again. And in the middle of the game, you can change up teams, change how things are going. You say, okay, now I want all of the kids in kindergarten, first, and fifth grade. You're going to knock them down. And second, third, and fourth grade, you're going to set them up. And just change it up like that. You can even change it up in the middle of the round. So say I'm still using my boys versus girls. Boys, you're knocking them down. Girls, you're setting it up. Let them go for about 30 seconds, and then you just yell, okay, now girls, you're knocking them down. Boys, you're setting them up. And it's going to kind of agitate them a little bit, but they're going to get right back on task, and they're going to go for it. Just make it creative, make it fun. This is Crazy Cones.